Thank you, Ziggy, for being here with us. All right, well, I'm Mandy. I'm the Director of Communications for the City of Las Cruces. I would like to welcome you all here today for this really exciting event, the Unidad Park ribbon cutting. Today, I would like to introduce you to our District 3 City Councilor, Becky Graham. And if you'd like to join us up here, and she'll say a few words.
Hi. Thank you so much. And thank you to Mandy, who prepared these talking points for me and basically made sure everything is running smoothly today. And speaking of thanks, where I really want to start is saying a big thank you to the voters of Las Cruces, because without your yes vote on the 2018 General Obligation Bond, or GO bond, that supported this park, we wouldn't be here at this amazing event, with an amazing mascot, and getting ready to see what's coming up next for Unidad Park. Because of the GO bond, we had $1.82 million to both rehab what had been here historically and to add a lot of new great infrastructure. Unidad Park was built more than 20 years ago by volunteers, and I love that spirit of volunteerism that drives our community, and I think we honor that today with what we're doing here together as a city. Among the work we did was removing some of the older structures, adding the new playground equipment and wood chips that you see, the bench, all of the seating areas for those of us who are getting a little older and tend to watch play more than we actually play anymore. Building the incredible splash pad, which you're going to get a preview of in just a couple of moments, restrooms, outdoor showers, a sink, and water fountains, and also with our continuing look toward accessibility, a new sidewalk, and Americans with Disability Act accessible parking. Anything like this is obviously a huge collaborative effort, so I'd like to shout out our contractors, ECM International, who provided our project management. I'm not sure if we have representatives. Hi, thank you so much. Decker Parish Sabatini Architects. Great, thank you. Did I get all of those? Did I pronounce all of those correctly? Thank you, Mandy. Our general contractor, Highland Enterprises, which I think we met a little earlier. Thank you. And Exerplay, provider of playground and splash pad equipment and infrastructure. Not sure. And of course, you know, my favorite part of any team are City of Las Cruces departments who were involved, including Parks and Recreation. I think I saw Sonia Delgado around to give a wave. Summer? Thank you. Public Works, Tony Trevino, etc. And probably a lot of other people. And Las Cruces Utilities. All right, awesome. Okay, so let's get ready. I'm giving the like 30-second heads up here for Splash Park. Definitely one of our most exciting features, the new splash pad right behind me. What's great about this, designed for people of all ages, and I think you can kind of take a look from the little kiddos who can hang out on, oh my gosh, it's Ziggy. It's a little statue of Ziggy. Up to the fountain area, woo! And all the way over to the bucket dump. We have everything from little kids on up to adults. And as usual, the city is just as concerned with safety and sustainability as we are with the fun part of it. So the water is on a filtered recirculating system, which means it's both clean and sustainable. Plus there's a UV system for another layer of disinfection, because let's face it, we all think about those things a lot more than we used to. The splash pad is still awaiting state inspection, but it should be ready to go by next spring, I heard, maybe probably around March. So, cool. I'm going to give a round of applause for these guys. So, as I mentioned at the top, this is possible because of a 2018 GO bond. And this year's 2022 Go Bond voting cycle is live now. I hope some of you have already taken advantage of early voting. If not, make a plan and execute that plan. And voting, of course, culminates on Election Day, Tuesday, November 8th. What we have on the ballot this time around is $2 million for further park improvements throughout the city, $5 million to continue building on our East Mesa Public Recreation Complex, $6 million for affordable housing projects, and $10 million for our new fire station, continuing to serve our growing community. And I think for me as the counselor, one of the greatest things I've heard about Unidad Park are folks who played here as children who are now bringing their own kids out to play. That this is a generational community gathering spot. And that makes me excited for the future, but also so very grateful for the past and what has made all of this possible. And on that note, I'd like to introduce a member of the original Unidad Park Committee, Mr. Gil Padilla. I was looking the wrong way. Enamored of sneaking.
Thank you very much, Councilor Graham. I was one of the original members of the Unidad Park committee that started this community-built playground over 20 years ago. And when this Unidad Park, the original, lasted for 20 years, that's something amazing because of the weather we live in, the heat during the summer, and the wood that was brought in. It was only supposed to last 10 to 12 years. When you say 20 years, that's something amazing, and that's a lot of credit to not just the city Parks and Rec that continue to refurbish the wood, but also the volunteers that happen afterwards, the fraternity groups, the civic organizations throughout the community would come back in and refurbish the wood to make it last a little bit longer. So thank you very much to all them. But it was a process that lasted 2 weeks to build this original Unidad Park, when you had over 1,000 people on a Saturday and a Sunday working together. You had the adults working here with the tools and the machinery, and then you had over there in Rangaya Park and the horseshoe pits, you had the kids designing the playground itself, the wood itself, where we had the kids over there. We also had Mag Park was our restaurant. That's where we would go and eat, because if we didn't feed these volunteers, they would leave and they wouldn't come back, and they wouldn't take 2 weeks. It'd take longer to finish. So we had it was a complete organization, a good structure for the original Unidad Park to come together and doing it. Once again, I want to say thank you very much to the city of Las Cruces, the voters for voting it, and I hope it just continues to prove that this is a great park. This is an awesome park to come out here and play. So thank you very much. I'll turn it over to Mandy.
Right, well, thank you. And with that, we are ready to get the ribbon cutting underway. So I am going to turn it over to Debbie Moore, the president and CEO of the Greater Las Cruces Chamber. And we would like to set up the ribbon cutting here in the front. So if we can get folks here in front of the podium, that would be great.
Thank you, Mandy, very much. You know, I was listening to Mr. Padilla talk about the history, and it's all the things that I love most about Las Cruces is you hear the words like family and generations and having fun and enjoying that. And yes, Mr. Padilla, feeding them. You feed a crowd and that they will stay with you. But more than anything, Las Cruces is built on family values, our wonderfully diverse community, and this is such a challenge sometimes for us to all, in our different lives. But here is community. This is where we make community happen. So congratulations to the city of Las Cruces. Darlene is going to read our proclamation. Ziggy, I think you're going to take it.
Well, we're all just happy to be here with you today. This is such a great park. We're going to read the proclamation from the Las Cruces Greater Chamber of Commerce.
So when I raise my hand, everyone says, whereas, very loud.
We, the ambassadors of the Greater Las Cruces Chamber of Commerce, do hereby proclaim the day this day a day of celebration and new beginnings, and
Whereas
these new beginnings have marked the continued development of Las Cruces as a proudly diverse community rooted deeply in family, traditions, and opportunity. And
Whereas
these new beginnings have brought us together to advance prosperity and the successful future of our community. And
Whereas
we proudly celebrate the completion of the expansion and improvements of the Unidad Community Park. Therefore, we congratulate the City of Las Cruces as they continue to create quality amenities for the families in our community. Signed the 25th day of October in the year of our Lord 2022, Greater Las Cruces Chamber of Commerce. Greg Buchanan, Chair of the Board of Directors, Caroline Zamora, Chair of the Ambassadors, and Debbie Moore, President CEO.
Here, here.
Here, here.
All right, I'd like to invite our staff and our team up to stand behind the ribbon so that we can get a great photo. We'll move the podium back.
Daniel, move that podium back. No.
Podium back. And Councilor Graham will have you use big scissors for you. All right, Ziggy, I know you're right.
And they are sharp, you don't have to try hard.
Good to know.
Counselor, if you could hold the scissors open, let us get all our pictures, put them around the ribbon, and then we'll count to 3 and let you know when to cut.
Perfect, thank you.
Should we squeeze in a little bit?
Where's Mr. Padilla? He needs to be in that picture.
Yeah.
Come here. Mr. Padilla.
I'll stand in the back. This is Ziggy. Ziggy, me and you are gonna go to the Splash Plat after this.
Okay, does everybody have their pictures? Are you ready? Okay, we're gonna count to 3 and on 3 cut. 1, 2, 3.